I spent, I don't know, 25, 26 years trying to distance myself from being lumped in with, and hey, you know, every day it's, has anyone ever told you you look like Gary Busey?
Oh, boy.
No, wow, thanks for telling me that. I hadn't seen a mirror in ever. So after spending all these years of trying to build a career in the film industry and not just be lumped in with him, this comes along. And it's really the coup de grace. It's the moment of like, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it all the way. And have Shane call me and say, we got this idea, what do you think? I was like, well, hell yeah, let's do it. So I'm the same age in this movie that my dad was when they shot Predator 2. Wow. It's pretty cool.
I don't understand how we got anything done. Because we were having fun all the time, and my favorite thing being on a film set is building a culture, is building almost an Insta culture. Yeah. So we spend a lot of time watching YouTube videos together. We spend a lot of time, people would come into my trailer and we would watch black exploitation movies. So we'd watch Dolomite movies, and we'd watch The Room, and then we would do everything in our power to try to get some moment from those movies into our movie.
Yeah.
There's a moment in this video where this guy does this thing where he points to somebody like this. We tried in every single take of this movie to get this movement in the movie. And I think we might have gotten one in. I don't know yet, but I mean, there's just anytime, guys, the alien's over there, but I think if we stay over here, I got this gun, you take the grenade launcher, make it to the chopper. We got to get over here. Unbeknownst to Shane.
Well, my character is an evolutionary biologist, so she's not in the military like these guys, but Shane and I discussed this, and I said, something that's really big for me that I think about before I take on every role is just microaggression, especially when it comes to like how we portray women in the media for so long. And it's a small thing. It's not a big statement. It's just a small thing. So whenever you see movies, a guy can pick up a gun or a shot, whatever, and he just automatically knows how to do it. And girls are always like, oh, I don't know. And I thought, well, I don't want her to be proficient because she's not a soldier, but I want her to know how just the same way that guys know how, and let's just not address it. So, and Shane was completely down for that.
You know, part of the original Predator to me was that it was a perfect fusion. It was a piece of perfect pop art, right? It's the alien craze of the 80s and the Rambo craze together. And there was a kind of a wink to it also, because you had these super muscular guys with weapons that were absolutely, ridiculous. So this one we decided for the leaner, kind of meaner approach of a dirty half dozen, and then the misfits, basically. And that applies equally to, there's a kid in the movie on the autism spectrum. There's a sort of misanthropic scientist, beautifully played by Olivia Munn, who likes dogs better than people. And they're all sort of these misfits who've come together. One of the conceits that we had when we sat down to make this was that we assume that there's a faction on the Predator homeworld that's been bested, not once, but twice, by Earthlings. They send their champions to Earth, and they don't come home. They don't like that. So we figured they want to punch back. What we've focused on is just this one instance in which a particular group of particularly angry predators have managed to formulate something as their sort of assassin, their sort of upgraded weapon. But I think it's not about a xenomorph, it's not about an experiment that's going to emerge from anyone's chest or what have you. Although I don't think AVP is dead, do you? I love the idea of those two together.
Love AVP.
I like to make people laugh a little bit. Like, honestly, watching these guys and watching that scene in particular, I got jealous in the best way possible because my character's a bit of a lone wolf throughout the trajectory of the film, but they had such a camaraderie and had so much fun. And every once in a while, I get a chance to hang out with them, and it would be an absolute blast. But for the most part, I was by myself. I like doing different stuff every single time. Anytime somebody tries to put you into a box and say, like, this is what Sterling Brown does, I like to give them something a little different. So I thank Shane for giving me an opportunity to do something a little bit different. So nice. I like it all. I love it all.